So I wanted to talk to you today about the Nakba exhibit. I just found out yesterday with the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, it will be virtual. So all over the world, people can access it. So I wanted to tell you that it is very biased. It's demonizing Israel, delegitimizing Israel. There's recommendations from from two people. One is a lawmaker, the other one I think is a professor. Anyways, it's in the WinnipegJewishReview.com newspaper. I wanted to tell you their suggestions, which make sense to me. So, recommendations to the Canadian Museum Board. Immediately halt the current Nakba exhibit in its present form. Commission an independent historical review by balanced, credentialed experts, and include mainstream Jewish and Israel scholars to ensure context and accuracy. Not just Arab Muslim people making this exhibit up without scholar and people that are biased. Another one is require transparent public consultation, including meaningful engagement with mainstream Jewish Canadian organizations. Revise the exhibit to include parallel refugee stories, Jewish and Arab, from all of the Middle East lands. Include Arab rejection of two-state solutions and documented patterns of violence against Jews and moderate Palestinians that they didn't like. Conduct a governance audit of curatorial processes to prevent future partisan influence and ensure alignment with the Canadian Museum Human Rights Act. Failure to act risks further whatever, that's a big sentence. Also wanted to read you something from a booklet. So pre-1948, in 1948, almost 1 million Jews lived in Arab Muslim lands. Jews are indigenous Middle Eastern people who lived across the region since before the founding of Islam. Baghdad, for example, was 40% Jewish in the early 20th century. So post 1948, the Nakba, what they're talking about here in this exhibit, in this unfair, biased exhibit. Post 1948, these Jewish communities were destroyed, Jews were stripped of citizenship, and in most cases dispossessed of their property. Approximately 650,000 Jewish refugees went back to their homeland in Israel, where they and their descendants became the majority of Israel's population and an integral part. Another 200,000 fled to the west. Palestinian and Jewish refugees compared. Now this is just facts you can actually find out. In 1948, between 472,000 and 750 Palestinian Arabs became refugees from Israel, the number roughly equivalent to the number of Jewish refugees from Muslim lands. So let's just say the vast majority of Palestinians fled on their own to escape the war created by the Arab states. The Arab states said, Arabs, get out of Israel because we're going to raise them. We're going to annihilate all of them. And in 2 hours, you can go back. So what happened was, and Israel asked them to stay. Lay down your weapons and stay, and you can have equal citizenship. So 165,000 of them stayed in Israel and became equal citizens in Israel, and now make up approximately now 20%. And I'm telling you, there's Muslims practicing Islam in the IDF, in the Defense Forces of Israel, and Muslims are happy there. They have a quarter in the New Jerusalem, and they're fighting for Israel. If Arab leaders had chosen to compromise over war, there would have been no Palestinian refugees at all. So it's a very sad situation. So if you care about truth, then you will talk to your MPs, email and phone the Canadian Museum, and ask them to halt it and include all the information that it should. Thank you. Good day.